Whether it's the cost of picking it up, or it's the impact on the environment, or if it's, the health issues. And so we created a think tank in Contra Costa County that involves several departments, including our district attorney and our sheriff's office. And one of the wonderful things that one of the things that we were lacking was the enforcement piece. A lot of people, I don't think, and I like to think best of everybody, I don't think people necessarily try to do a bad thing, but they don't know what to do with their garbage. And it's really important as a county that we are working to try to help people know what to do with their garbage, whether it's a mattress or a hazardous material, furniture, general trash. So we are working to help people know how to get rid of trash in a responsible way. But there's also people that are trying to cut corners. And so those are the folks that we didn't have any way of enforcing it and getting people to stop. And so what we're trying to do is enforce it. We want people to use responsible haulers, so that instead of say, yeah, we'll take your stuff to the dumps, and then they go dump it on a country road, that they're actually doing it. So we have a program that people register with the county so that they know that these are responsible people. But the other enforcement part was law enforcement and the district attorneys, and they are on board. But we didn't have the funding for the enforcement. And along came Assemblymember Bauer-Kahan, and she helped create the funding, that one piece that we didn't have that allows us to do enforcement. And that's not only having a sheriff deputy that helps do the investigations, but also cameras and other types of surveillance that we can take advantage of so that we can hold people accountable. So it's my pleasure to introduce Assemblymember Bauer-Kahan. She is the newly appointed chair of Water, Parks, and Wildlife Committee. Thank you and welcome to District 3.
Thank you so much, Supervisor Burgess. And I just want to start by thanking you and the county for your partnership in this effort. Like you as an elected official, I hear from my constituents a lot about this issue, and it's something that is top of mind for folks, is what is happening with this trash that is deposited in my neighborhood and in my community. And so, as Supervisor Burgess mentioned, a few years ago, we were able to get money in the California state budget to do that pilot program for enforcement, to really see if it would move the needle on illegal dumping here in Contra Costa County as well as in Alameda County. And through that project, we learned more, as is the intent of any good pilot project. And so this year, when Contra Costa County came back and said, we need a little bit more, we need more enforcement, we need more tools in our toolbox, I was honored to step up and to join the county in bringing this legislation forward. And the intent of this legislation is to, if after all the education that the county is doing and all that they are doing to try to prevent this, if one engages in illegal dumping, that we have penalties that meet what that means to our communities. We're standing here in this beautiful waterway. It impacts our environment. It impacts the pride people take in their clean communities. It impacts their safety. We don't want our kids walking to school past illegally dumped trash. We want them walking down clean streets. And so we are giving the counties the tools to do just that. By initially raising the fines for repeat offenders, we're also ensuring that for these individuals who are engaging in the disposal of what is commercial waste, this isn't household waste, but those that are doing it in the course of their business, that the court has the ability to take away their business license. If your business is illegally dumping, we don't believe you should be engaging in that business in our communities. In addition, we're ensuring that if the court finds it appropriate, we can notify the community of who these individuals are that are engaging in illegal dumping, so that we can decide who we want to do business with when we are trying to dispose of our waste in a responsible manner. So it's a new bucket of tools that the counties will have to enforce these laws that are already on the books, but we just need a little bit more to make sure that our communities have beautiful, clean backyards that each of them deserve, and that our waterways remain clean and pristine for all Californians. So I don't know if you have anything to add, Supervisor.
I want you to put it. You know, I get talking points, and one of the talking points that I forgot is that we have this example here. Right here is a truckload of the bulky items that were just picked up in 2 days here in East Contra Costa. Not all of East Contra Costa, but a small portion of East Contra Costa. That's 9 cubic yards of bulky. But as a whole, they pick up about 15 cubic yards of trash, and that would be smaller stuff. So this is just a little over half of what's picked up in a week, just in this area by our haulers. And so we wanted to give you a visual of what we're picking up. And so I wanted to make sure that people understood why we're standing here with a truckload of bulky stuff that got dumped.
And I will just add one more thing, that as you see this obviously is a cost to the county to go around and clean up this illegal waste. So one of the things the bill does is also ensure that we can put that cost on the person who illegally dumped it, or ensure that they are cleaning it up themselves. And with that, I want to add to my thank yous. Supervisor Miley out of Alameda County has been an incredible partner in this effort, and he couldn't be here today, but I want to thank him and Supervisor Glover for their partnership on this incredibly important effort. And with that, I don't know if anyone has any questions, but we're happy to take questions.
Can you tell us what the increase in the fine is? What
Yes.
what it currently is?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, it's for the commercial haulers, and currently, for the first time that you engage in this act and you're found guilty, it's $3,000. It's going to $5,000. On the second offense, it's currently $6,000. It's going to $10,000. On the third and subsequent offenses, it's going from $10,000 to $20,000.
Is there any increase on not commercial, like public?
The bill is focused on commercial waste. Any other questions? Awesome. Well, I want to thank you all for being here and letting our communities know about this good work we're doing.